I used to think I was too smart to be manipulated, too self-aware, too independent. But manipulation doesn't target your intellect. It goes for your natural human instincts, your values, your emotional wiring. And that's why today we're exploring Robert Cialdini's 7 principles of influence. Because once you know how they work and how we are influenced as human beings, you can't unsee them. And that awareness, it can save you years of pain. Hi, I'm Callie Sorensen. I have a master's in the psychology of coercive control. And I help people identify and recover from unhealthy relationships and groups so that they can build a healthier life and love. And if you're ready to build boundaries in an aligned way that actually protects you, check out my new course, Become Ungroomable, so you never again fall into a toxic dynamic. Today we're diving into Robert Cialdini's 7 principles of influence, psychological triggers that explain why we agree, act, or follow, often without even noticing. These can build trust in loving relationships, or they can be twisted to manipulate in toxic ones. But knowing these principles can give you the power to spot red flags and choose what aligns with your true self. What is influence? It's the art of shaping somebody's behavior, beliefs, or choices through subtle psychological or emotional triggers. Think of it like a shortcut in your brain. When someone pulls the right lever, your brain automatically says yes, even before you've fully thought it through. Why are we so easily swayed? Our brains are wired to save energy. With endless choices what to buy, who to trust, what to believe, we rely on heuristics or mental shortcuts. Research shows that 95% of our decisions come from our instinctive and emotional brains, not rational thought. That makes us vulnerable to influence, especially when we're stressed, tired, or unsure. In healthy relationships, influence can inspire growth, like a friend encouraging you to chase a dream. But in toxic dynamics, it's used to control, manipulate, or trap. And Robert Cialdini's 7 principles of influence can show us how. Cialdini, a renowned psychologist, identified 7 universal triggers that make us say yes, that strongly influence us. These show up in healthy relationships, building trust and connection, but also in toxic ones where they're weaponized to control. For each one, I'll explain how it works and how it's used for good or harm, and how to protect yourself. Principle number 1 is reciprocity. Reciprocity is simple. When someone does something for you, you feel a natural urge to give back. It's hardwired into us to balance the scales. In a healthy relationship, this is like mutual care. Your best friend helps you move and then you bake some cookies for them. It's not about scorekeeping, it's about love and genuine care, strengthening your bond. However, in unhealthy dynamics, manipulators exploit this. For example, a toxic partner buys you a gift and then guilts you into staying when you want to leave. So how to protect yourself from reciprocity? Well, if a favor feels like a trap or it feels off, trust your gut. Pause. Check in with yourself. Is this kindness genuine, or does it have strings attached? Am I afraid to say no? Can I say no? What will happen if I don't return the favor? What is the hidden agenda here? You don't owe anyone your boundaries. You owe them to yourself. You can say no without guilt. Number 2, commitment and consistency. We want to stay consistent with our promises. It makes us feel reliable. Once you commit, we are psychologically driven to follow through, even when it no longer feels right. Now, in healthy relationships, this builds trust. You and your partner agree and commit to open communication. You both show up consistently, listening, being honest, sharing your genuine feelings, working through conflicts. That commitment deepens your intimacy and connection. In unhealthy relationships, toxic people twist this. An abusive partner might say, "You swore you would never leave me," using your promise to trap you in that relationship or that promise. So to protect yourself, reflect on your commitments. Did I agree freely and have the full knowledge of what I was agreeing to? Does this commitment still align with my values? Does this still feel right? Is this good for my well-being? Is this a promise I made in love or fear? It's okay to walk away from promises that no longer serve your well-being. Number 3, social proof. Social proof is when we look to others' actions to decide what's right, especially when we're unsure. If everyone's doing it, It must be okay, right? In healthy dynamics, this can inspire growth. Joining a fitness group where everyone prioritizes their health, seeing others exercise or eat well motivates you to do the same, building positive habits together. However, toxic groups use this to enforce conformity. A social media influencer may show fake reviews, or they get fake bots to make it seem like millions of people are following them, or they can make false claims, but thousands and thousands of people like them. And that can pressure you into signing up and giving you FOMO, that fear of missing out. So, how to protect yourself? If a group pushes you to follow the crowd, pause, seek outside perspectives. Do your research. Most importantly, listen to yourself and your gut and how you feel. Ask yourself, does this align with my values or am I just going along because everyone else is? Trust your own feelings and your own judgment. You don't have to follow just because others do so. Number 4, liking. The fact is, we are more influenced by people we like or feel connected to. Similarity, compliments, and cooperation draw us in. In healthy relationships, this can create genuine bonds. You connect with somebody over shared interests or passions. Maybe you both love books or hiking or the same sports team. Their kindness and authenticity inspire you to grow, and you influence each other positively. However, manipulators can fake liking to control. Think of a toxic person who love bombs you, showering you with flattery or mirroring your interests. At first, they seem perfect, but soon they're pushing your boundaries, not genuinely caring about your feelings and needs. How to protect yourself from this? If someone's charm feels intense or fast, slow down. Real trust and connection builds over time. Watch for inconsistent behavior. Genuine people don't flip like a switch. Their behavior tells the truth, and truth takes time to reveal. Trust people's actions over their words. Their behavior is a language, and it takes time to see that. I cannot stress how important this is. Make sure you watch my other video on the honeymoon phase dangers and the importance of moving slowly. Number 5, authority. We tend to trust people who seem knowledgeable, powerful, or have authority, experts, leaders, or those with credentials. In healthy dynamics, this can guide growth. A mentor with expertise, personal lived experience, say a therapist or a coach, offers advice that can help you thrive. They encourage questions and respect your feelings, needs, and voice. However, it's important to know that toxic people can also have authority or fake their authority. Even though someone has these credentials, it doesn't mean that they are trustworthy or live in integrity. A cult leader might claim, I have special knowledge that no one else does. Or an abusive partner might say, I know what's best for you, while dismissing your feelings. I've seen this plenty of times in toxic workplaces too, where bosses use their titles or expertise or PhD to silence dissent. So how to protect yourself? Well, it's essential to question authority. Have they earned this trust? What's their track record? What could their possible ulterior motive or hidden agenda be? True professionals welcome questioning and scrutiny, not control. Number 6, scarcity. When something seems rare or urgent, we want it more. It's basic human psychology. In healthy dynamics, this can make moments feel really special. Like a heartfelt talk with a loved one feels precious because it's unique. You value it without pressure and it deepens your connection. But in unhealthy situations, manipulators can create false urgency. A toxic partner could say, you'll never find someone like me ever again, making you fear losing a rare chance. Or some websites can scream, only 2 spots left, join now, to rush you into a bad decision. That feeling of urgency and scarcity can override your wisdom. So how to protect yourself? When you feel pressured or rushed, take a deep breath. If someone is pushing you to act fast, that could be a red flag. Trust yourself to take time and decide on your terms. Number 7, unity. Unity is about feeling a shared identity, an us that makes you feel part of something bigger. In healthy dynamics, this can build community. Imagine a support group where everyone shares similar values, like kindness or healing from trauma or supporting the community. You lift each other up, you feel empowered, and that we're in this together type of vibe. However, toxic relationships and groups can twist unity into division to create an us versus them mentality. We're special and outsiders are wrong. This isolates you from friends and family, and toxic partners do this too, demanding loyalty to cut you off from others. So, how to protect yourself? Well, if a group or a relationship vilifies outsiders or demands total loyalty, that is a red flag. Keep outside connections strong. Healthy unity builds you up without tearing others down. These 7 principles are tools. Used ethically, they can build trust, love, and growth in healthy relationships. Used unethically, they can control and harm others. Being influenced doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. Awareness of how we are all so easily influenced is what makes you powerful. Learning these principles for myself helped me break free and choose relationships that honor and align with my values. And you deserve that too. Connections that make you feel safe, valued, and free. And if you want to go deeper, check out my framework playlist. It breaks down the hidden mechanics of psychological influence and control in everyday life from different vantage points. And if you never want to fall for a toxic relationship again, make sure to join my online course, Become Ungroomable. It will help you step into your sovereignty with boundaries that are both compassionate and unshakable. You deserve genuine relationships that lift you up and positively influence you. So thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.